he first started rapping, he was the first person to start rapping with the fast lyrics and putting all these words together, and you could still understand him. I know his songs were always very street in the hood, always appreciated, and he could cross over and still people all over the world could appreciate.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
I just got a question.
What that is?
How you keep your rhymes so tight?
You know, it come like the ass. I just work on it, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you got all the ladies. Say your name, say your name.
All right. I hope you can say it. But on, you know.
She was our age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us. And she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God. Oh, and we can flow for y'all, because, you know, we
can rap.
We can flow so well, you know. We're going to put out a Destiny Child album, Rapology, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I can challenge Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Psych. That boy's got too much skills for me, buddy. No?
And,
wow.
Hitmaker.
What is Act 3 gonna be? What kind of genre of music she gonna lean into? Afro beats, reggae, hip hop. Her and Jay-Z do Everything Is Love Part 2. What we getting with Act 3?
I honestly feel like rock and roll. Like she really channeling her Tina Turner era. Like, he's doing that. I think rock and roll is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be obviously some other things thrown in there, but this was what's her name? What's the daughter name?
Blue Ivy.
This was Blue Ivy's tour.
Period.
Yep. And Rummy. Yeah, this was their tour.
A lot of people want to see the original because of the Destiny's Child reunion that happened the final day of the tour in Vegas that we talked about. A lot of people want to see the original
So
members.
Act 3 would be the Destiny Child.
Oh, Act 3, that would be hard.
That
That would be 3 because it's 3 of them. You know what I mean? Act 3 would be hard if it
That
was a
would be
Destiny
great.
Child reunion.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be
hell
fire.
Yes.
Because I would be there as what?
You'd be there regardless.
Like you're right.
Social media moves fast. One moment, everything is quiet. And the next, a single clip or rumor can send the entire internet into chaos. And recently, 2 completely different celebrities found themselves trending for reasons they probably never expected. One story involves an undefeated boxing champion whose reputation has been built on dominance, discipline, and never backing down. The other involves a young celebrity with famous family ties who suddenly became the center of an online debate just for hosting a nightclub event. But once people started digging deeper into both situations, things got way more complicated than they first appeared. Because in today's internet culture, one moment can turn into a viral narrative overnight. And the first situation started with a video that nobody expected to see. It all began when a clip started circulating online showing what appeared to be a sparring session involving boxing champion Clarissa Shields. At first, the video didn't seem like anything unusual. Fighters spar all the time during training camps, especially when they're preparing for big fights. But then viewers noticed something that instantly caught their attention. In the clip, Shields appeared to get dropped by a male sparring partner. Within minutes, the video started spreading across Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Boxing fans began sharing the clip everywhere, with captions asking the same question: did the undefeated champion just get knocked down in training? For most fighters, something like this wouldn't be a huge deal. Sparring sessions are where athletes experiment, test their limits, and sometimes get caught by a clean shot. It happens in gyms all over the world. But the reason this moment exploded online is because Clarissa Shields isn't just any fighter. She has spent years building a reputation as one of the most dominant athletes in boxing history. From Olympic gold medals to world championships across multiple weight classes, Shields has built her career around the idea that she's practically unstoppable. And on top of that, her professional record has remained undefeated. So the moment people saw clips suggesting she had been dropped in the ring, the internet immediately started reacting. Some fans were shocked. Others were skeptical, and a few critics wasted no time turning the moment into memes and commentary. But just as the clip started gaining traction, Shields decided to address the situation herself. And what she claimed happened behind the scenes added a whole new layer to the story. According to Shields, the sparring session wasn't as normal as it looked in the viral clip. She alleged that the male boxer she was training with had used gloves that barely had any padding in them. In boxing, glove padding is incredibly important. It helps absorb some of the impact from punches and protects both fighters during training. If someone were to remove padding or use worn-down gloves, it could make punches significantly harder. And that's exactly what Shields suggested happened. She claimed that the sparring partner had used old gloves that had almost no padding left inside them. According to her version of events, the gloves were so worn down that they felt practically bare. But that wasn't the only claim she made. Shields also suggested the boxer might have been looking for revenge. According to her, she had sparred with the same fighter about a week earlier and performed well against him. So when they stepped into the ring again, she believes he came in with something to prove. Whether that's exactly what happened or not, the accusation immediately sparked another debate online. Some fans believed her explanation and argued that something like that would absolutely change the impact of punches in sparring. Others weren't convinced. Critics began asking questions like, if the gloves were really that dangerous, why were they allowed in the ring in the first place? And how did the situation get to the point where a video ended up online? Because that was the next part of the story that caught everyone's attention. According to Shields, the sparring partner himself was responsible for releasing the video. And in boxing culture, that's considered a major violation of gym etiquette. Sparring sessions are usually treated as private training. Fighters experiment, take risks, and work on techniques they wouldn't normally try in a real fight. That's why most gyms have an unwritten rule that sparring footage stays inside the gym. Leaking it online can be seen as disrespectful. So, once Shields claimed the video had been posted by the sparring partner, many fans began defending her, arguing that the entire situation may have been blown out of proportion. Still, the internet had already run with the story. Memes continued circulating, debate videos started popping up everywhere, and once a narrative gets momentum online, it's almost impossible to slow it down. But just when people thought the conversation had reached its peak, another completely different story suddenly started trending. This time, it involved a young celebrity connected to one of the most famous music families in the world, and his name is Julez Smith. Julez Smith has been in the public eye since he was a kid. Being the son of Solange Knowles and the nephew of global superstar Beyonce means he's grown up surrounded by fame. But recently, he found himself trending for something that had nothing to do with music or family. It started when a flyer began circulating online announcing that Julez would be hosting an event at an LGBTQ nightclub in Atlanta. At first, it seemed like a pretty normal celebrity hosting gig. Nightclubs bring in well-known personalities all the time to promote events and attract crowds. But once people saw the flyer, the internet immediately started debating it. Some people celebrated the announcement and said it was great to see younger celebrities being open and supportive of different communities. Others, however, started questioning his sexuality, and that's when things started getting messy. Social media users began digging up old rumors and past online drama connected to Juelz. Some people recalled a situation from years earlier involving a trans woman who claimed he had shown interest in flying her out. Those claims were never fully confirmed, and the details remained unclear. But the internet has a habit of resurfacing old conversations whenever a new story appears. So once the nightclub hosting event became public, people started connecting dots and creating narratives of their own. Suddenly, what should have been a simple event announcement turned into a full-blown online debate. Some people argued that hosting an LGBTQ club must mean something about his personal life. Others pushed back hard against that idea. They pointed out that celebrities host all kinds of events, from fashion shows to nightclubs to brand launches. Hosting a venue doesn't necessarily mean anything about someone's identity. In fact, many people argued that the entire conversation was just another example of the internet overanalyzing everything. And in recent years, attitudes around LGBTQ spaces have changed a lot. Many younger celebrities and influencers are far more comfortable being present in environments that used to carry heavy stigma. For them, it's less about labels and more about simply showing up and supporting events. So for some fans, the entire debate felt unnecessary. Still, once social media gets involved, opinions tend to escalate quickly. Some people started defending Juelz, saying he's simply taking opportunities and building his brand. Others continued speculating and trying to interpret the situation in their own way. But when you step back and look at both viral stories side by side, something interesting becomes clear. Neither situation was originally meant to become a massive internet moment. Clarissa Shields was training in a gym, preparing for fights the way athletes always do. Julez Smith was simply announced as a host for a nightclub event. Yet somehow, both moments turned into trending topics. One became a debate about reputation and competitive pride. The other turned into speculation about identity and intention. And that's the reality of today's online world. A single video clip can spark thousands of opinions. A single flyer can create endless discussions. Once social media grabs onto a moment, it often transforms into something far bigger than the original event. For Clarissa Shields, the viral sparring clip became a conversation about her undefeated reputation. For Julez Smith, a nightclub appearance became a debate that spread across social media platforms. But in both cases, the internet quickly built its own narrative. And sometimes, those narratives move faster than the actual truth, because the reality is that most viral moments only show a tiny piece of the full story. But online, that small piece is often all people need to start forming opinions. And as these two stories continue to circulate across timelines and comment sections, one thing is certain. In the age of social media, even the smallest moment can turn into the biggest conversation overnight. And once the internet decides to watch, everyone becomes part of the story. Thanks for watching full video.